Welcome back. You are here with our Master J, and today we are doing a comic book review of GODSLAP issue 5, the latest book from the mind of Charlie White, aka MoistCr1TiKaL, and published by Bad Egg. This book starts right off from where issue 4 ended, with Graft sharing his backstory with Ace, where we find out where he was just a simple doctor working to cure a disease, only to find out that his wife would catch the rot. From there, he goes insane, sews her face onto his body, and murders the rest of his town. We then cut to Olfactor, who is continuing his pursuit of our cast of characters by tracking them to the places they had been. We then cut back to Ace and Graft, where Graft is making it clear that anyone he considers a friend stays with him forever. Graft unleashes his friends upon Ace. Ace deals with them. Graft upgrades himself to fight Ace like Goro from Mortal Kombat. A few other pleasantries are exchanged as Graft tries to blow them up with a explosive eyeball just as Noon and Cyan arrive. Just as Graft is going to pull out the ultimate eyeball bomb, Noon ends him with one fire of the pistol. The team is collected as Olfactor continues the hot pursuit of our team, and it seems that everybody is on their way first light. All right, I'm just going to jump right into this. With what Graft is and where he came from, it creates so many world building questions for GODSLAP. What was the rot? Was it local? Did it spread out? Was there a quarantine? Does the world know about it? How long ago was this? Is Graft hundreds of years old? Someone obsessed with saving his people murdered his people? Again, no one knows about this. Was the miasma, aka this desert, always this way with this small village doing the best they could? Is it this way because of the rot? Is it this way because of Graft? Are we even actually where the village was? How did he not get the rot infusing his body with people with rot? How do body parts and bags just work? There does not appear to be any cyber parts attached. Why do these murdered people's bodies that are stored in bags actually fight for him? Wouldn't the leg have to be reversed to work as a bow, or is this leg just that strong? Why are eyeballs bombs? Noon says, something I should have done a long time ago. What the fuck? Been letting Graft murder, chop people up, and assemble them like toys that live under Sid's bed? I thought Graft was going to be more of a scavenger that had bad intentions to keep himself alive. This version of Graft is just an insane scientist that somehow figured out, while trying to cure a disease, how to keep flesh animated under his control while also being able to change his layout and attachments mid-fight with a sewing kit. Simply, I have issues with the Graft character and what the idea of him does to the overall world in GODSLAP. And being that the Graft conflict is most of the book, there's not much else to cover. The chase of Ace, Cyan, and Noon by Defister and Olfactor was what I thought this series was mainly going to be about. But the last 3 books have been about the conflict in the desert with creatures, gangs, and crazy body parts man. We still know very little about our main characters except that they are tough and resilient bunch, and Ace has the ability to survive death blows once per book, which is about 2 a day in real time. Hopefully with all parties converging at first light and Ace's training really starting, the primary confrontation with Defister can begin. And we can start to see more of these characters and the mystery the world holds. And don't worry, Darius, I have not forgotten about you yet. The story may have forgotten about you, but I haven't. And I will be very surprised if he is not part of this training sequence at first light. I do have to mention that the artwork is still fantastic. Ricardo Jamie has done an amazing job with this entire series to date. What I also assume is a minor editorial mistake is that they did not remove the proof title from the bathhouse scene, but I can see how an editor might have overlooked it. So with all that said, I have GODSLAP Volume 5 at only a 4 out of 10. The primary focus of this entire book is Graft, and yeah, he's a cool character and all, but what his powers are don't make any sense in this world, other than this world is made up so anything can be possible. I've been waiting for this main story to continue since Volume 3, and unfortunately we're still waiting. Now I will be willing to say I was wrong when the primary story kicks in, and there are some throwbacks, lessons learned, or items that have been collected that help us in the future, but only time will tell. There's a passing line from Olfactor at the end about how Ace had gotten stronger, but we have only seen him take death blows through these multiple books. So to get stronger, what has he actually done over just a few days to actually be stronger? I don't know. I just think there's a better way. So what did you think of GODSLAP issue 5? Are you waiting for the story to continue? Are you good with watching these side quests for experience farming? Let me know in the comments below. And with that, please like and subscribe and have a wonderful evening, afternoon, or morning wherever you are on this world. And as always, GG.